Want to know what happened on this day in history? History Bytes delivers bite-sized historical facts on each date in a month, helping you learn something new every day. This episode covers the month of February. February 1st, 1960, for black college students launched the Greensboro sit-ins, a pivotal moment in the American civil rights movement.
February 2nd, 1848. The Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo ended the Mexican-American War, significantly expanding U.S. territory.
February 3rd, 1959, the day the music died, a plane crash tragically killed rock and roll stars Buddy Holly, Ritchie Valens, and J.P. the Big Bopper Lewis.
February 4th, 1789. The first U.S. Congress convened under the newly ratified Constitution in New York City.
February 5, 1870, the 15th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution granted African American men the right to vote, although full enfranchisement faced decades of legal and social barriers.
February 6, 1952, upon the death of her father, King George VI, Queen Elizabeth II ascended to the British throne and has reigned for over 70 years.
February 7, 1964, the Beatles made their highly anticipated debut on The Ed Sullivan Show, launching Beatlemania in the United States and captivating audiences worldwide.
February 8, 1969, Apollo 8, the first manned mission to orbit the Moon, was launched by NASA, marking a significant step in space exploration.
February 9, 1861, the Confederate States of America was formed, marking the beginning of the American Civil War, a devastating conflict that would last for 4 years.
February 10, 1896, the first modern Olympic Games were held in Athens, Greece, after a 1,500-year hiatus, marking the revival of this ancient sporting tradition.
February 11, 1847, Thomas Edison, a prolific inventor who revolutionized technology with inventions like the light bulb and phonograph, was born.
February 12, 1809, two influential figures were born on this day: Abraham Lincoln, 16th President of the United States, and Charles Darwin, renowned naturalist and author of On the Origin of Species.
February 13, 1914, in 1914, the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers, ASCAP, was founded in New York City to protect the copyrighted musical works of its members and ensure fair compensation for their creations.
February 14, 1400, Valentine's Day, a day for expressing love and affection, is first recorded as a day of romantic greetings, although its origins are rooted in ancient Roman festivals.
February 15, 1946, in 1946, ENIAC, the first electronic general-purpose computer, was formally dedicated at the University of Pennsylvania, marking a significant milestone in the history of computing.
February 16, 1862, the Homestead Act was passed, encouraging westward expansion by granting settlers 160 acres of land, significantly shaping the development of the American West.
February 17, 1790, George Washington delivered his first State of the Union address to the U.S. Congress, establishing a tradition of presidential addresses to the nation.
February 18, 1930, the Treaty of London granted greater autonomy to the dominions of the British Empire, paving the way for the Commonwealth of Nations.
February 19, 1942, the Battle of Midway began, a decisive naval battle in the Pacific theater of World War II, a turning point in favor of the Allied forces.
February 20, 1962, John Glenn became the first American astronaut to orbit the Earth, a landmark achievement in the U.S. space program.
February 21, 1925, the first issue of the New Yorker magazine was published on February 21, 1925, launching a renowned publication known for its literary and cultural commentary.
February 22, 1732, George Washington, the first President of the United States and a key figure in the American Revolution, was born.
February 23, 1945, U.S. Marines landed on Iwo Jima in a fierce and bloody battle during World War II, a pivotal victory in the Pacific Campaign.
February 24, 1920, the 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution was ratified, granting women the right to vote after decades of struggle for women's suffrage.
February 25, 1870, the 15th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution granted African American men the right to vote, although full enfranchisement faced decades of legal and social barriers.
February 26, 1991, the Gulf War began with the bombing of Baghdad by the United States and its allies, a conflict that ultimately resulted in the liberation of Kuwait.
February 27, 1940, Martin Kamen and Sam Rubin discovered carbon-14, a radioactive isotope crucial for radiocarbon dating, revolutionizing archaeology and paleontology.
February 28, 1854, the Treaty of Portsmouth ended the Russo-Japanese War, a significant conflict in East Asia, marking the first time an Asian power defeated a European great power. Stay tuned for next month's edition of History Bytes.